Is on its way in a moment. Here's the start list for you. And here come the athletes. This is as far as the S2 class will go. And given the level of impairment, this is a distance event for these athletes. 200 free. Vladamir of Mexico goes in the outside lane. Aristides MAKAROV goes in lane 2.
In lane 6, representing Brazil,
Bruno Becker is in lane 6. A lot of Brazilian support tonight. Already had a great night, Brazil, looking to make it even better. Here's Vladamir DANILENKO, who's really enjoying his championships. Already been on the podium a couple of times. Alexander MAKAROV has a really good tournament so far as well. Already picked up a gold. We're looking for another. Alberto Abarza of Chile is the quickest in the world this year by quite a distance in this event. He took a bronze the other night behind DANILENKO and MAKAROV. And Chile's Para-Athlete of the Year for 2017 and 2018. We'll be hoping to add a gold to his World Championships collection this time around. Brazil chants are ringing around the aquatic centre. Yeah, right behind Bruno Becker. As often the case with the lower classifications, freestyle will be swum on the back for 4 of the athletes. Variety of starts. Only one off the block, that's Christopher Tronco with the one-legged start over in lane 7. He gets away pretty well.
Yeah, Christopher Tronco of Mexico, they're using 14 meters of the 15 permitted underwater. He propels himself with a breaststroke style kick. There are a number of strokes, different techniques on display, a range of stroke routes. Bruno Becker there, the only athlete swimming the more conventional style front crawl freestyle that people would recognize with this, but the 3 athletes in the middle all employing similar strokes, single arm backstroke, driven from their shoulders. None of the athletes have control over their elbows or their wrists specifically, so the power that they generate is all from a twist of the chest and the strength of their shoulders. As we come into the turn, it is very tight at the turn down this first 50 meters. MAKAROV just under half a second behind the early leader, the informed Vladamir DANILENKO of Russia. Alberto Abarza of Chile, he is by far the quickest this year, but we saw earlier in the week that he struggled with the pace of the Russian athletes. But here he's doing well to stick with them. Hopefully he's learned from that experience earlier in the week. Bruno Becker of Brazil, just in the shot on the left there in that yellow hat. He won a bronze medal at the Pan American Games in Lima 2 weeks ago. He actually stopped a length early miscounted and then realised and carried on. Did himself out of a silver, so he'll be looking to make amends here in terms of his times. But the three athletes, pretty evenly matched in these middle lanes here, are the backstrokers that you can see here. It is going to be MAKAROV that turns first. The lead will change. It's changed already at the halfway point, but there's not a lot in it at all. Now MAKAROV will look to make his move and get away, but going with him is the early leader after 50 meters, Danilenko, Vladamir Danilenko, his Russian compatriot, doing his best to not let his compatriot get away from him. But right now, it does look like MAKAROV is in a commanding position.
Yeah, going out really well here, Alexander MAKAROV. He won the S2 event earlier on this week, which was the 100-meter backstroke, in a very similar time to his 100-meter split there. Split the 100 meters with 2:02. He won the 100 in 2 minutes. But this shows the sort of pace he's putting up here. Going along really nicely. ABARZA at the minute just about in front of Danilenko, but that might just change as they reach the wall here. For the final time, they turn for home. MAKAROV then leads them back. Danilenko just in front of ABARZA, who has a bit of work to do.
Yeah, all three athletes around the wall very well there, considering the limited function that they have in this S2 category. We can see now there is a bit of a spurge coming on. The athletes are trying to get back on what Alexander MAKAROV, who has dominated for the last 100 meters. There's nothing between Alberto ABARZA and Vladamir Danilenko as we come into the final 25 meters here. That red marker signifying that we're in the closing stages of this race. This is an incredibly tight race for an S2 200-meter freestyle.
Yeah, amazing race this so far. As Alexander MAKAROV leads them home. He leads by over a body length now. It is going to be the gold medal. Once again for MAKAROV, he's going to double up the backstroke and the 200 freestyle. 4:16, he stops the clock. Is it going to be silver to Chile? Yes, it is. Alberto ABARZA picks up a silver to add to his bronze. Danilenko touched out of the top two. MAKAROV nods his approval at that result. Strong swim. 4:16 the time. The rest of our swimmers come in to complete their races. That is everyone home. Smile on the face of MAKAROV, shares a moment with ABARZA in lane 4. This is, as you mentioned at the start, Liz, in all intents and purposes, a distance event for these S2 swimmers.
Yeah, it was incredibly quick. MAKAROV taking 15 seconds off his quickest time this year. Danilenko, he took 10 seconds off his time this year, and Bruno Becker da Silva took 20 seconds off his time this year to finish in 4th. So an incredibly quick final. Everybody raised their game, but the class of that field was Alexander MAKAROV, the Russian dynamo.
Yeah, ABARZA was the only one who wasn't quite up to his time that he posted this year. He came in with 4:08, came in as a bit of a hot favourite in that sense. Couldn't quite push that sort of level. MAKAROV coming in so quickly. Comes from a victory in the end for the Russian. His second gold of the championships. Those results are now official. For the men's 200 meter freestyle S2. MAKAROV wins gold. 4:16 dead, he stops the clock. ABARZA with silver, and Danilenko the bronze.